Mark, who was a young man, eagerly anticipated the excitement of returning home from work. He spent his hours in the office every day following the same routine, looking forward to the moment he would relax when he got home. However, tonight, Mark's life would change completely. Mark left work early and quickly got into his car to head home. As he approached his house, a strange feeling overcame him. When he got closer to his house, he noticed that the door was open. He immediately got out of his car and entered the house, only to find that a burglar had just started his work. The thief was rummaging through Mark's belongings, trying to steal valuable items. Mark didn't have time to call the police immediately, and he couldn't allow the thief to escape. He approached the thief with determination. Mark quietly approached and suddenly grabbed the thief. A conflict ensued between the two. However, the thief did something unexpected and incapacitated Mark. Mark fainted, and the thief made his escape. After a while, Mark regained consciousness and immediately called the police. He reported that the thief had fled, but he needed to return to his home. While waiting for the police to arrive, Mark returned to his house and noticed a note left by the thief. The note read, "We're watching you, Mark." Mark couldn't decipher the meaning of this note. When the police arrived, they started to track down the thief, but without success. A few days later, when Mark returned to work, he had the same eerie feeling. He discovered that his office had been ransacked and his computer had been hacked. Even worse, he found the same note on his desk. "We're watching you, Mark." Mark's life was filled with moments of fear. The police chasing the thief had not found a solution. Mark had no intention of letting go of the pursuit of the thief and the notes. A few weeks later, the strange incidents at home and at the office came to an end. The thief disappeared, and the notes stopped coming. Mark believed that his life had returned to normal. However, he never learned who was behind these events. Mark continued to be vigilant, and although he had taken extra security measures at home and at the office, the sense of unease never left him. A year later, as he returned from work one day, Mark noticed a few familiar faces in the car. These individuals claimed that they were behind the events that had started at his workplace and ended at his home. Mark engaged in a lengthy battle with these people. They alleged that they wanted to harm his life. Mark bravely fought against these individuals and, with the help of the police, managed to apprehend them. However, he never learned why they had been watching him and attempting to ruin his life. While the terrifying events had come to an end, the experiences had left Mark deeply traumatized. Ultimately, Mark decided to continue living his life quietly. The surveillance and threats were no longer a nightmare, but the experiences from the past had left a profound mark on his life. He tried to lead an ordinary life, but the fear and suspicion inside him never completely vanished. Mark tried to continue living with the effects of his terrifying experiences. While he didn't constantly think he was being watched and threatened, the suspicion and concern inside him never completely vanished. Over time, Mark began to ease his fears. He increased his security measures and focused on his work. Although he shared these terrifying experiences with his co-workers and friends, no one truly understood why Mark had been targeted. Life went on in a normal way, and Mark hoped that these nightmarish experiences were behind him. In this sense of calm, one morning he found a package on his doorstep. Inside the package was an envelope and a note. When Mark opened the note, he found only a few words. "The game is over, Mark." Below the note was a name and a date. Mark felt that he was once again facing moments of fear.